Good morning, Mike the MC, bringing you the self-care video. Today I'm going to share with you from my Teaching Catechism playlist the next chapter from Sadlier's book, chapter 19 on We Live Out Our Faith. And this is a great chapter to discuss with you all students and catechist teachers because I feel to help you all be inspired in some way, to just share my thoughts on how not to give up on the vocation you choose and to pursue something that means something to you and maybe helps other people. It makes you happy and in the process you find peace in what you do. This will be a great chapter to discuss, so let's get it started. So these are the faith words from chapter 19 of Sadlier's book, We Live Out Our Faith. We live our faith, chapter 19, we live out our vocation. Faith words. Vocation, called to a way of life, including laity, consecrated and ordained life. Common vocation, our call from God to holiness and to evangelize. Evangelical counsels, poverty, chastity, and obedience. Canon law, body of laws that govern the church. Vows, deliberate, free promise to God. Celibacy, promise of being single for God and His kingdom. So the first thing I'll share with you all from this chapter is to not be distressed when you have an idea in mind of what career you want to pursue, a trade. As a young student, right, I was trying to figure things out myself. I went into engineering, and it worked out for a few years, but then I decided to go into social work. And it's all right to make a career change, a switch later in life. You don't have to have the whole answer right away. But what I will share with you is to always pray to God throughout your journey as you enter college, as a young person, adult going into the next stage of your life. And for those students who need that support, this is from me to you. Don't give up. You're going to find that trade that makes you happy. Just keep looking, pursuing. Find whatever makes you happy. What makes you happy? Not only just to get out of bed, but to really make the world a better place. And I'll share with you, I've faced many challenges in my life as a Catholic when I faced somebody that didn't agree with the faith. Like, for example, in engineering, I had a boss that said, "Oh, you must be Catholic, so we're not all perfect." And it's like, oh, no. So then we got into a disagreement, and that's where I made a career change. And I would share with you all not to give up your career just because someone said something like that, but to consider, okay, if I am going up against negative roadblocks in my career, what is the next step for me to pursue that'll make me feel happy, where I'm not facing a roadblock anymore in my life to help other people? And to get back to the chapter, one of the faith words that I really liked in the chapter was the vocation. Which one do you choose? And for me, sorry, I didn't mean to choke in my words. I was thinking of the consecrated life. And so my scapular here that I wear is with the servants of Mary. And as a parishioner, a lay person, I'm not a priest or a deacon or a brother or sister, but the secular life in the Catholic Church is very holy, where you make a promise to Our Lady, to somebody, to live out a good life. And for me, it's living out the 7 sorrows of Mary, to help other people, be a counselor, comforter, supporter, being there for charity, just very much similar like the vows, but it's just a promise from me to Mary that I'm going to help other people. And that makes me happy. And I think when you find whatever inspires you and you make a promise to something, a good cause, there you find peace and you find happiness to continue to push forward. And I think a part of that promise also is when you think, oh, if I don't live up my promise, am I a bad person? You're not a bad person. Keep trying and pursue. There are so many times where we'll face a roadblock that takes away our time to pray or help other people to fulfill these promises. So I would share with you to not give up on that career you want to go for or that promise you made just because something got in the way. And I think everyone can find something good to do. And from a non-Catholic perspective, an example would be, I'm going to see you, Grandma, every Monday at 8 in the morning, make breakfast, and we'll have coffee. But that is a beautiful promise because you're making a very diligent move on your part that you're going to be there for someone that's special in mind. And Grandma will love you being there, right? Well, I mean, breakfast, of course, and having a good conversation, coffee. But for me, it's about how do you help other people that may not have that opportunity to talk with somebody else. Talking on the phone is a beautiful example. perfect segue. When that person needs someone to share an idea, a thought, and they have no one to share with at home, who can they talk to that maybe not in reach? And so if you consider calling your grandma, a good friend, someone that you haven't talked with in a while, that's a good act of charity. They're saying, oh, he called me. She called me. She made the effort to make a phone call right now. Or for those of you in the young age, for TikTok, I mean, you can post something that's funny in that sense to help someone's day get brighter, a little better. And I'm just saying, in today's world with technology, for you young students, just to do good things with the technology you got. Be good with what you do. But as a parent, how do you support your child in the next steps? And then connecting with that with God, how can you all find support from God to live out a good life? And I'll share with you from my family, when we had that support from God facing tough times, it was a beautiful thing because we were together through several of our hardships. We stuck through it, and now many of us, we're all doing our own thing in life where we're living out a vocation. And everyone has skills and abilities. And it's not that we're supposed to be selfish with those abilities or skills, but rather give out to the world to make this world not just a better place, but to really reflect the beauty of God in whatever vocation we pick. And as we make from a promise, a vow, living out the evangelical counsels of obedience, charity, poverty, when you give up things, giving up time to help other people, that's a beautiful thing to do. It really is. And I think when people recognize that you have given up something to do something more, for example, at my church, when I ask the kids for help in several of the duties, the parents come up to me and they're like, wow, thank you so much. You're doing the work of God. These kids are doing something that's awesome. It makes our church look great. And so that beautiful reflection of you all as young students, it's real. It may be hard to see right now, but if you recognize what you're doing is a beautiful thing, a service to the community, keep going. You're doing great. You're doing great. Be awesome. Be awesome. Keep growing. And keep growing the faith. And for everyone that listens to this video, you all can grow and live out the faith. Adult, wherever you are in life, we can all find something that makes us proud and happy. And it inspires the people in the world to become a better place. It really does. Don't give up on yourself. You got this. So that's for me, Mike the MC, to you all on a Monday, sharing in my Teaching Catechism playlist on living out a vocation. Don't give up. Find the one that makes you happy. Keep pursuing. And then when you change from one to the other, always keep something close in mind that you made a promise to something to keep you going. So be strong, be tough. Have a wonderful day.